Hi guys, I've been asked to do a review of the Hetzer by Billy Wild, so I'm going to start off with the Hetzer, then move up to the Stug 3, Panzer 4, Jagdpanzer, Jagdpanzer 2, Jagdtiger and the Jagdpanzer E100, and then work back through the other TD lines. So yeah, I'm not going to do this completely in this review, so we're going to start off with this fantastic vehicle that's well renowned, the Hetzer. A Hetzer's got a het. So, Billy, this is for you. So, bear with me, let's just get into, there we go, the Hetzer. I'll do a review in a second, and then we will get into some gameplay. So, this is the Hetzer that everybody knows and loves. So, looking at what to compare it to, I thought, well, no, not the 38T. What is a similar tank at the same level, and compare it directly. So let's have a look at the Tier 4s. And the direct comparison is the Su-85B. Now, playing them both, the Su-85, from personal experience, I've got a 58% win chance. These Hetzer, I've had 52%. They've both come out, damage-wise, one's got 346, the other one's got 347. So why is there such a disparity between the wins and the losses? So that's what we need to look at, and that's what we're going to look at in this review. So I've gone for medium caliber gun rammer, binoculars and improved vents. Let's have a look in Tank Inspector and look more closely at the two vehicles. Right, Hetzer. You know it's got the front slope and armour. Let's have a closer look. The gun mantlet is 60mm, but it's very, very bouncy. The armour itself is 60mm around it, which equates to around about 90mm-ish, depending on the angle. The lower plate is only the equivalent of about 70 to 80mm. But these areas here, at the side of the body, the main hull, coming up to the tracks, is only 20mm, so it's a weak spot. So this area here is a weak spot. The rest of the front is very good. So if you can keep it hull down from here, it's very, very tough to penetrate. From the side, it's only got the equivalent of 32mm, so you unlike to bounce things. But the tracks are able to soak things very, very easily. So the armour starts at about 130 equivalent. So if you're waggling the tank behind cover, you can actually maximise the effective armour up to around about 100mm on the front, and the side, this zone from around about 100. So it can be very troll armour-wise, but the mobility is what lets this tank down. If we compare it to the 85B, the armour doesn't really come into it. The Hetzer will shoot straight through the front of this. So what is the difference? Well, you can see gun-wise that the Su-85 has got the 85mm, so hence the 85B, and the Hetzer itself has only got that 75mm. Now you may say that's not a lot of difference, but I think combined with the Su-85 having a better gun and better manoeuvrability, which we'll get into, which is why the Hetzer isn't quite so good. We'll have a look at the whole picture. Penetration-wise, with the two guns, the Hetzer loses out on penetration by 20mm, which is significant. Damage-wise, per shot, the Alpha is down by 50. The DPM overall is down by 130. Reload time, it's quicker, but it doesn't do so much. That Alpha makes up the difference. Rate of fire is 19, but we can see that. We know what the issue is. Shell velocity, approximately the same, so lead time is about the same. Average damage is just under 60 worse in the Hetzer than the Su-85. So you see immediately that between the two, which has the edge. The Su-85 has got 0.71 kills per game, and the Hetzer has only got 0.65. Now the view range, with the enhancements I put on, actually gives the Hetzer a better view range by 35.9 meters. So that's very helpful. Signal range, it's up to 654 as opposed to 547. So that's quite good. The camo value while stationary is 1.5% better. Just under 1% while moving, 1.5% while firing from stationary, and firing on the move, the camo is 0.8 better. So all in all, the Hetzer's got better camo values than the SU. Accuracy is 0.03 better. So you'd think that it would be able to do more. The aim time, it's better. So why is there that difference in the win rate, the damage done, and the overall win percentage? So it comes, I say, to the horizontal traverse. Gun traverse, there's that 2 degrees difference, which could mean that you then have to move the Hetzer more than the SU. Gun traverse, 4 degrees approximately difference, so that 4 degrees could make a significant difference. Turret traverse speed, actually the Hetzer's got it. Well, it hasn't got a turret. So turning the gun in the sponson effectively is slightly quicker on the Hetzer than the SU, but doesn't seem to make a difference. Hit rate, it's actually more accurate than the Russian. So we come back to why. What is the difference? Win rate, you can see that it's down by 0.8. Average experience is actually more, but it loses more games. So we've got to look at this. The WN8 somehow is identical between the two machines, so they're incredibly similar. The power is up, but the power to weight ratio is down by 3. So the SU's got 16.32, but the Hetzer's only got 13, and this could be where the difference comes, that it can deal more damage, it can fight better, but it then can't get round the battlefield. Traverse speed, 10 degrees difference, so 30 with the Hetzer, 40 with the SU. So I think this is now coming to the real reason of the difference in games. The Hetzer is a better tank, but the mobility of the SU is what wins the games. Speed, there's only 1 kmh difference, but it's got that 1 kmh difference. Reversing, 3 kmh difference. So everything about mobility is improved on the SU, and an improvement on the Hetzer. On hard terrain, it's just a fraction better, but on everything else, it's only a fraction on medium, and on soft terrain, it's just over 10% better. So you can see a disadvantage goes to the Hetzer on softer terrain, so that's got to be borne in mind before you decide to move. So bearing in mind that you've got a lower and a higher and worse terrain resistance, combined with the specific power, which is a problem, that the mobility and all the other effects leads to the Hetzer losing more games, because I think it can't quite get around the battlefield quick enough to destroy the enemy. When it can deal with the enemy, it can put its front hull in the way, and we'll have a look at that in a second. Because all of these, well, it's going to lose a little bit of money in comparison to the SU, but that's not really the point. The point is about winning, and this doesn't get as many. It's 50 for me. It's got a 52% win rate, which is above the average, but the SU's got that higher win rate. So we need to look at a way of enhancing the Hetzer to make it as good as the SU, because the Hetzer's got more health, and then the ammo rack is tougher. Front hull is superior, as we had a look at, and so we need to look at how we can maximise the effect of the Hetzer to be able to do something on the battleground. So I've put chocolate in, and I'm thinking that you should actually put in 105 octane, which will then boost the horsepower per ton ratio, which I hadn't actually done, but I'm going to do that now. So, let's... Oh, we can't have it. Ah, that's why it's not in. Right. The tank inspector model's wrong. So, you can't put it in. The best you can do is chocolate, and I think you should actually go with chocolate. So, with the 75mm, we'll get into a game in a second. I'll just upload this, and then we shall have a look and see what we can do with the Hetzer in a normal game, and see if it comes out with a win, as opposed to the SU, which has a higher win chance. So, let's see you in the review. Give me a second. Right, before we get into to that battle, we shall have a look at the commander who's got recon. Everyone else, I've gone for camo to be able to hide and make this as stealthy as possible. So let's get into the review. We've upped it with the best we can do with chocolate. Let's see what we can actually do on the battlefield. See if it'll be able to get around and be able to use that little bit more power to weight ratio that the chocolate will give it, which it needs, because that is the problem. So you either need to preempt where you're going, or be able to have time to be able to get around. So it depends what your enemies do. So let's see what we can see. But it's such a fun tank. Strong frontal armour. Okay gun. Right, here we are. Oh, tier 6 game. 36% win rate. Ouch. So, Cromwell, standard Cromwell, Easy 8, T-34-85, and our top tier tanks they need a bit of help. So, yeah, ouch. Okay, I'm going to head over around about J9, try and cover from there. We've got a couple of arty, the Gorilla and the AMX-105, which could pick us out. It looks like we're going to have to figure quite strongly in defensive role, and the T-150 is going to be really tricky, really tricky. Let's head over with the other TDs. They've got the same idea. No one's going over to the hill. What? Oh my goodness. No wonder they've got such a low win rate. 36%. If people don't look at the minimap, so we've got to do it. But it can work. Okay, so lemming strategy. Let's defend the flank. If you've got lemmings, form a defence and don't attack. That Hellcat has got no clue. He's not using his brain. If he did, he would think, I shouldn't be here. Because the main push is on the other side. And Nemesis, SU-85, let's see if we can get a shot on him. See if we can shoot him. It should pen. T-150 coming on base, which could be a problem. Stay in cover. That was close. I'm pulling back. Let's go and see if we can sneak up on the Excelsior. We need to protect the arty. switch to premium, otherwise our standard rounds may not.
Permission to engage. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. Target released. We're dead for. Everyone get out.
Yeah, it was... Well, what could we do? 324 damage, so approximately average. Right, let's have a look at the post-game stats. According to this, WN8 of 734, not so good. Let's see, defeat. Well, we did more damage than our hit points, which is good. 204 experience, 7,863 credits. Let's have a look. So 324 damage. So yeah, we're tier 4. But sort of to be expected on a loss. Only 136 experience, which isn't so good. 5 shots, 3 hits, 3 pens. So the penetration on the 7.5 is quite good. Damage 324. Well, the average I've been having is 349. So it's in the ballpark of what was expected. So yeah, it's there or thereabouts. So we'll get into the next game and try it this time with the 10.5. See if that makes a difference. So we'll get into that. Bear with me a second, guys. Right, we just lost the first game. I've just put the 10.5 on. So let's see how the 10.5 goes in battle in comparison. And but there seem to be high tier games going on at the moment. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So it's got, if I remember rightly, 104 mil of penetration with premium, but it's 10.5 centimeters, so it should go through softly armoured targets quite easily, as long as we can find some. Let's see if we can use more of the mobility, sneak up on people, and dope them in the face. So yeah, that's sort of the plan for this second game. So we'll give that a go. And we're higher tier. There's a B2 on the other team, which is going to be a pain in the behind. SU5, strong arty. Limited ammo, but strong arty. 47% win chance. That's doable. Run myself the pen. Okay, average 64. 100, 4. And 53. Start off covering the valley. But as we know, the Hetzer's not very good in soft terrain. So it'd be much better, thinking about it, to cover the centre, see what we can see, and then come back and defend the valley if we need to. Get into position so that if he spots someone, I can shoot them. Yep, thanks for ramming me. Nice plan. Let's look for walls going down. They're pushing the centre, pushing the valley. Okie dokie. T2 in the valley. Let's go and help. B2 coming that way. I'm getting out of here. And they're pushing the valley as well. Let's go and help the valley. Yeah, this dirt gun is quite good. So we can get behind him. B2 going to cause an awful lot of problems. I can't afford to leave him. If he takes out the C82, the whole base is going to be gone. Oh, brilliant! The Valentine's going to be a tough one. So I was going to help the BT. Valley in the soft terrain is the worst terrain for a Hetzer. But it's the last place they'd expect a Hetzer to be. Let's switch over to premium, because that's it's going to be almost impossible to penetrate the Valentines and the opposing Hetzer if we don't use premium.
Them.
Hold down, Hetzer. Very strong indeed. Right, let's see how we did. First class, 984 damage, 200 spotted. Let's have a look a bit closer. Yep, top 3 kills, 725 experience. Very nice. 8 shots, 5 hit, 4 penned. But because of the premium and the chocolate I was using, I lost 9,000 credits. So the experience bumped up to 1,087 times 5, so 5,435, which is very nice. So 2 games. First one with the 10.5. With the 7.5, the second, so yeah, that was a 3608 WN8. Let's have a look at the tank stats. 2 games, so we can get an average. Hetzer, there we go. 3 games, average of 515, two thirds wins, and WN8 of 1460. So I think that's quite a good average for the tank. And 2 of those games I played with the 7.5 centimeter, and 1 game with the 10.5. So the 7.5 won 50% of its games, and the 10.5 won 1 game, 100% win rate. So it's up to you. Depends what you want to do. I like having the penetration ability because it was a slightly lower tier game than the first one. the 10.5 was better, whereas I think against higher level opponents, the 75 centimetre would have 7.5 centimetre would have been the better gun of the two. But you don't never quite know what you're going to be up against. So that was quite a good show. So yeah, it's a great fun tank. It's the Hetzer. It's got that fantastic armour, but you need something to give you the extra boost. So I've gone for chocolate, which maybe most people wouldn't, plus the addition of the improved vents, which gives an additional 5% to crew skills. You could have gone for the additional skills to enhance the mobility of the vehicle, but I've gone for the camo so that you can sneak up on people and dirt them in the face, and it seems to be working. So yeah, use the stealth, maximise the stealth. That's the number one factor. But the chocolate could allow you to actually get up to that top speed and to get round and to be more mobile around the battlefield. So that's the Hetzer, a great little tank. Very, very fun, one that everyone loves. You don't want it on the opposing team, you want it on your team. It's the Hetzer, and the Hetzer's got a Hetz. So yeah, I hope you liked the review. See you on the next one, and we'll be moving up in the next review to the tier 5, and we'll be going on to the Stug 3. So I'll see you in the next review. Thanks guys, bye.